Hello, everyone. Happy February. I wanted to invite Darren and our dog Holly to my February video. And I want to talk in the month of love and the talk of being a well-being. I wanted to talk about being a well-being in your marriage. So I heard this incredible quote from a speaker named Albert Villado. And he said in the podcast, he said, if you don't heal it, you end up marrying it. And we thought that was hilarious because that is literally what we've been doing for 31 years together is healing our wounds.
Every morning, Darcy and I sit on the couch with a coffee and a tea, and we sort of talk about life. And I think that's true in that if you don't heal it, you kind of marry it. And I think that's maybe a marriage sort of seems to bring out the biggest stuff that you still need to deal with. And as we've chatted over our course of our marriage, I find that my biggest wound that I bring in our marriage is it probably started with any people who have seen me speak out there know about the loss of my dad when I was 8 years old, which was very traumatic, obviously. But I've kind of gone through life really looking for a completeness and sort of to find that completeness and what I maybe didn't have in stability as a little guy to have it in my family and really in my marriage with Darcy. And so I think that my biggest wound is when I came to our marriage, I always look for Darcy to almost complete me, which sounds romantic, don't get me wrong, but it was a lot of pressure on her to be my everything and fill all of my needs. And um, it's hard when you're constantly going to your partner to fill me, complete me, be my everything, etc. So in a lot of ways, this has been the wound that I brought to our marriage. And Darcy's wound is kind
Well,
of the opposite.
right. And again, we've been healing this on the couch for 31 years. And what wound I brought, I probably brought many, and I'm probably unpacking them from my colorful childhood. But one of the biggest wounds that I brought is I got a self-sufficient message. I got a very different message growing up that you shouldn't need anybody, that you want to create your life so that you are independent. And that served me well. It made me a great entrepreneur. It made me very resilient in my life, but that didn't exactly bring a vulnerable person to our marriage. Not, I didn't need Darren and he desperately needed me. So we have spent, yeah. So we married it.
We married it.
And
Yeah.
we've spent the last 31 years unpacking, okay, where can we meet in the middle here so that we come together and we're not needy and I'm not distant and lack vulnerability.
And I like the way you said that because in everything that we've just said here, there is a balance there, right? It's okay to depend on your partner for some things and to come and enjoy life with them, but when they become your everything and that you expect the need to fill everything, that's a tough one-way street. And when she didn't need me, that's also, it creates a friction in there. And so the very first part of this is before you can heal anything, you need to have the awareness that this is even happening. And that's a big thing because oftentimes we will go through our entire lives and almost be not conscious of the things, the dynamics that push our buttons. So once you are aware and you can communicate about these things, that's when you can actually start to heal it. And it really is a process of understanding where both of us are coming from. From my perspective, I needed to fill myself a little bit more and love myself a little bit more and understand how to come to a relationship where I wasn't in constant state of need, but there was a fullness about me and I could bring that fullness and share it with Darcy.
Amen.
And then on her side,
Absolutely. Well, and I've worked at being safe, knowing that I am safe if I do need somebody. I don't have to do it all myself. I don't have to always be strong to create that vulnerable, as a strong, independent woman, to create that vulnerable side of me that felt safe needing somebody. It's changed our marriage. So not that I want to blow up your marriage in February and have you unpack
happy Valentine's Day.
month of love, but this is an incredible opportunity to enhance your marriage, to ask each other, what didn't we heal? And we ended up marrying it for the month of February. It's been a game changer for our marriage. So happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's
Happy
Day.
February.